The music stops anytime. Come on, Bill. The music stops anytime. Okay.
Welcome everyone to the 2015.
Bill. Thank you, Jonesy. Always rely on you.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a great crowd. Look at us. We're spread out from one end north to south. Welcome to this fantastic venue at Elephant Hill.
Cocktail venue.
Year after year, donors to our cocktail function. It was great to be out here and support Elephant Hill. I have to say my 12 months has absolutely flown by.
It is.
And I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Was it that long?
Despite being laughed at, being the brunt of a lot of jokes, and the taken out of. But it's easy when you've got a bunch of mates with friends. You know, you can't make a fool of yourself in the front of a bunch of mates.
Oh, I don't know about
Okay, all right. You know, it's a privilege to belong to Hastings Karamu Rotary. And we don't need to be reminded of that, we all know that. This is one of the most vibrant clubs in New Zealand.
Yeah.
The world. And we can be very, very proud of it. Evidence of that is we've got 14 new members in the last 2 years. I'd like to welcome this year's new members, James Guan. Unfortunately, a few of the others round of applause is not necessary. Of course, I've got Chris Gurman, Paul Ormrod, Ian Black, Roger Hooker. Now, a round of applause for these two, Tim and Helen Wilkes. And Andrew Pearce. Just like to, at this point, us to just a thought for Graham Thomas, who we lost during the year. And I'd like to just to remember that Sunday morning in August on the banks of the Tukituk, that we spent some wonderful time with Graham. We went back to the number 5 and we had breakfast. And that was probably, well, for me, it was the last moments I shared with Graham. And you know, I was talking to Margaret this afternoon, and it was a wonderful, she was absolutely thrilled, and so was I, with the announcement during the week of $8 million worth of extensions to the pathways. So, you know, the likes of Graham and his work carries on. And that's a fantastic, but I think the Karamu Rotary Club and the Rotary Clubs of Hawke's Bay is one of our most significant projects that we've started. And, you know, we'd be all proud of that. A great club needs a great venue, and we've got that with 1024 and our backup venue of number 5. We have to have a smart look that attracts new people, and you know, we feel good when we're there, and we've got that. We also need keen people, whether they're organisers or whether they're supporters. I just want to say that the supporters are absolutely as vital to this club as the organisers. Because there's nothing worse than putting on a function, and we're lucky in this club we don't have it, because we've got a bunch of people that all they have to do is come, and they're helping the club out, and we're very thankful for that, you know, for the supporters. So on last Thursday night, we went down to Vitals, and the directors, the outgoing directors, had a changeover on our own with the incoming directors. And at that meeting, I stood back and I looked at that long table, and we were sorting out the committees, and they were all talking about the program next year, and who was going to do the bulletin and what was coming up. And I felt very satisfied looking at that group of people, seeing the enthusiasm and the energy that is coming up for the next 12 months and the succession planning within this club. You can all be very confident and happy with what's going on. There's some special people that I need to thank, and it's a pleasure to be able to single a few out, and that is my directors for the year. And I couldn't have asked for 4 better guys.
And I know who they are.
Just in case they forgot, I'm going to tell you. John Lyons, I asked him to resurrect the Ryler and the Ripon, to keep our communication with Hastings Intermediate going, and which he did. He went out and he found Heritonga Intermediate with the new principals, and he grabbed them and said, right, I reckon we can help you guys, because we see the benefit of 12, 13-year-olds and Hastings getting a better start. And he took them to the airport. We done a raffle. We raised $6,000 for Heritonga Intermediate. We carried on with Hastings Intermediate, and we took them to the airport, we took them to the port, we hosted them back, and we really enjoyed that evening back at 10:24. Gus. I asked Gus to be a director because I wanted to bring some vibrance and some energy to the thinking young.
That's Gus over there.
I'm just going to read this out, Oh, just think about it. Snooker Dash, Knob Nosh by 2, Cape Sanctuary visit, fishing on the banks of Waihaha, Hunger for the Wild Night, remember that? Goat, venison, trout, that wonderful bloody evening we had. We laid a reef at the Anzac service. We built an aviary. We restored a wishing well, a memorial wishing well at the Rotary wishing well next to the cenotaph, and we hosted UK visitors. That's a pretty big fellowship effort.
Go, Gus.
Andrew. Andrew launched off his team with the Cranford Golf Tournament. We handed a cheque over for $9,000 after that tournament. We organised helpers for the Holly Hospice, and we were privileged enough to be able to help Mike and Julie with the Wildflower Expo. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
That's so good, by the way.
We had the pre-cocktail launch of Vitals for the cocktail party. We invited all the sponsors and supporters in. We had a wonderful night to get the show on the road, to make those people know that they are an important link in Hastings Karamu Rotary. Then of course last Friday night, and it wasn't easy because there was another competing event on a few weeks earlier. There was a lot of sleepless nights. There was a lot of making sure that everything is ticked off. And Andrew came through. He came through in great style. $70,000 to $80,000 raised that night. I think we all know, everyone that was there, what a wonderful, glamorous event. And those ladies from Game Plan, I can't speak highly enough. I only came in on the end and saw them at the end there, but I tell you what, they were great value for our club. Nick and his team, I couldn't ask for more. Nick had everyone well organised. I'll give an example of it. During the 12 months that I was president, we didn't have one evening where we were missing a sergeant. And that's a pretty big effort, actually. So, I can't speak enough for our bulletin man, Peter, and it's a shame he's not here because I really want to pay some extra tribute to Peter, because Peter became the link man during the year in the club. He was the go-to guy. If you needed to get a message out, send it to Peter. His information was informative, enthusiastic. He tried to put a spark into everything he'd done. You know, the Ranfurly Shield stuff, all the reasons why we should be happy in Hawke's Bay. Peter tried to deliver it to us. And I just can't speak highly enough. A great club cannot be bloody great without vibrant speakers. And I've got Terry and Richard, you guys done an absolute fantastic job here. And I'm just going to read out a few names and just have a think about it. The Hastings Boys High School Quartet. Remember that night? Sir Graham Avery. The top cop in New Zealand, Peter Marshall. The agricultural trade envoy, Mike Peterson. Dr. Dave. Our beneficiaries evening. Kate McKenzie. And that's just a few names that I've got. And look at the wonderful list that is. Over the last 2 years, I've got to know Russell, our faithful treasurer. And I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed and I really got to know him. And he is a top guy. He really puts this club at the foremost of everything. Paul Michelson has helped Russ get our new accounting system up and going. And Graham Kuma, where's Graham? Graham over here, following one back. Our secretary here is always here for us. Thanks, Graham, I really appreciate your support too. And I know when we go forward, my plywood's come to the end. So that's the new Mike the Carpenter who works on plywood. So I know this club is going to offer the same support that you gave to me to Nick. That's what we do. Right? So now it's my pleasure to take the weight off. Pass it over to Nick. Now, Nick, I'd like you to come forward and take the badge of honour with the chains of. I'll just derobe myself. Nick. Just going to give Nick the presidential badge.
Oh my God.
Next to man.
You having trouble getting it in?
Over here, boys.
And my first journey development reciprocating. Probably a member of the House President badge.
Where's your badge? Yeah, you lost your badge. Well, you keep one. House President.
His name's up there.
That's what he's given.
You go, we're